Also, I want you to know my therapist is like a huge fan of you.
Oh, really?
She's
She's a
like,
former sex worker, did you tell me?
no, she's just like, it's really hard to find someone who doesn't treat it like, there's something wrong with you. And she's just really sex. She's actually the sister of the girl who does my hair.
Oh, that's cool.
But she's like, you just seem like so much less stressed. And she's like, you were so worried before about like having to be on Instagram and all these socials and trying to do this stuff. And she's like, it's just, you seem like you're a lot calmer and happier. And I'm like, I know.
That's awesome.
Also, I just updated it. I hit boost, and I literally have an appointment. I got a text at 5:44 and I had $100 in my account and an appointment booked by 6 p.m.
Fuck yeah. When?
You know what it is, honestly, Isabel, that I'm starting to realize? It's one, like, I've never got a deposit so fast out of somebody, and I've just been following your script, which is honestly so nice, because, like, I'm not, like, stressing, but it's just so funny, because it's, like, I feel like I always used to have so much trouble getting clients to follow through, and, like, it just turns out it was just too complicated for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it felt very relieving that it turns out all I really need is like a phone number and like, like a Twitter, and like I can charge more and be successful. I don't have to do all this extra shit I've been like stressing over for like fucking a year.
Yep, I get you. And that's awesome that like you're having that experience. And like I said in my message, that's all you, because it is scary. And what you experienced with that group with the other girls, right? Like, how do we learn? We just like get into the job, and I was no different. Different. Got into the job and just did what everyone else was doing. And really difficult to know how to make a shift. And then when you do make a shift, it's uncomfortable and everybody tells you that you're an idiot. If you try and put yourself in the client's shoes, which is for your like educational purposes, obviously I've given you all this material, but there'll be stuff that you encounter that I haven't covered. The first thing I do is try and put myself in the client's shoes. Like literally just imagine that I'm a customer on the other end and think like, well, how would I want to be treated? Like what would be important to me? And that's mostly what I'm doing with the stuff that I give you. And it's what the script does. It's one question at a time, super simple. How can you make it convenient? How can you make it enticing? That's really all it is. It's so simple, stupid. It feels like it can't be that simple, stupid, but it is. And remember, they're men as well. So
that's the thing. And it's like, but that's the thing. And as well, like, that's what cracks me up is like when I was talking to these girls, all of them endlessly. And I used to be like in the same boat. And I was just like, dude, like I just made more money in one day than I think I ever have. And like that happened twice. And I'm like, I'm just, it just made me realize like I've just been overthinking it. And also, honestly, I think a lot of it is like you get caught up in like the scene where like you don't want to seem cheap to like other girls, if that makes sense. Like other girls will be like, oh, I don't post my number. I would never like post a telephone number or take that, or you have to fill out my booking form and read my 6-page website and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, so you worry if you do those things that other girls will think badly of you. But I'm like, that's like, you don't have to do that. And I guess that's just like what's blowing my mind about this whole thing. It's like, I didn't realize how much of what I was doing was really because I was scared about being judged by other escorts versus like what works.
Yep, I feel you. And honestly, I think what you mentioned in your Google Doc, I notice throughout the whole industry, I probably have noticed it more in America for sure because of like the level of politics. But I've worked in other industries, and to be honest, there's all the same issues. Like
really?
This is societal issues. Yeah, I mean, they all take different forms, but I've been in the fitness industry, I've been in corporate world. It's all the same behavior, but just specific to that niche of people. In the fitness industry, it's the same thing. There's a perception of the lifestyle that you should have and all this stuff. And when you don't comply with that, you feel judged by the other people. But the reality is often living that way is not enjoyable and actually not how most people are living. Like a lot of people in the fitness industry are doing drugs and doing this and that, and yet on Instagram it's like this healthy, like drug-free lifestyle. It's like totally not at all. It's total bullshit. And then in the corporate world, you have the same issues. Everybody's caring about what other people are doing. So, it always feels like it always feels unique and different when it's you, and it has its own subtleties, but this is just like this is like herd behavior. This is just like group clique behavior, just like if you watch Mean Girls and all the clique, the cliquey behavior. It's like the exact same thing.
Well, also, I think the reason that it's working is because this kind of like subculture, right, has like infiltrated the industry. When I look at other ads, right, when I'm going through ads on Tris, the girls who do same day in call are usually like kind of gross. And then if someone's like more like my end, like you have to fill out like a 6-page booking form and then email them and do all this stupid shit. So I'm like, I think the fact that I'm posting a number, being like, hey, I do same day in call. You don't have to like give me 48 hours notice because I'm on a luxurious yacht somewhere or whatever they're pretending to do.
I've actually seen that on a luxury yacht.
Dude, it's like, but I think the fact that I'm like being chill about it is why it's working, because it's like, I think that's the niche that the market in a way is missing, is somebody who is upscale and like, like higher end, but like not so, I don't know the word, like, it's just not like this whole ordeal to book them.
I feel you, yeah. And that is a really good point. And a big part of it, and why if you like take this approach, even if, you've got a great ad, but even if you didn't have a great ad, because yes, like I have a lot of personal contact with clients who aren't my clients, but from like a business perspective, and you have no idea the stories that they have. Escorts feel poorly treated by clients, and they are, but you have no idea the behavior that clients put up with, like not put up with, but get subjected to. They'll text a girl and say, are you available? And I've had a client recently tell me about this, like endless abusive messages. How dare you? How dare you treat me like a piece of me? It's like, babe, you have an escort profile advertising what you're doing. The client's just sent you a message saying, hey, are you available? And because he didn't follow your exact script, which let's face it, he didn't read anyway. Yeah. She's literally going off his head. And that's normal. Like most clients can tell you that experience. So yeah, when you have your ad that says like, I'm friendly, please contact me, would love to speak to you. And then they do that and you actually follow through with that behavior. It's like, fuck, this girl's just a normal person. I want to see her, even if they weren't into your photos, which obviously they would be because they're awesome. Like you're just head and shoulders above already. So it's awesome that you're noticing all that stuff because it just makes such a difference.
Also, like, I'm just less stressed. Like, like I'll be like real, like it's funny, I saw that, I'm going to reply to that thing in the community where the girl was talking about STDs, because, like, I've always been really, really promiscuous, and I don't think it's a bad thing, but, like, I'd already slept, like, this is just me monetizing my desire for casual sex. For sure. So it's nice because it's like I'm already like it's nice to not feel like there's like a lot of song and dance, I have a couple notes. I just wanted to ask you questions, but yeah, no, it's just nice to like, because I'm already really good at like meeting a stranger and having sex with them. So it's nice to like feel more focused on that and not having to like perform a personality first, and it just, I don't know, it's just bizarre to me that like this industry could be a lot easier for a lot of these girls if they were just willing to let go of some of their ideas about how it has to be,
I do know. Yes.
I think a lot of girls, I'm starting to realize a lot of girls kind of want to be influencers more than they want to make money.
Yes. Like even, I get your point. Even the concept of discounting, right? Mm-hmm. Which I recommend under a certain set of circumstances. Like when we offer the special offer, we're essentially providing a discount, right?
Yeah.
But, and people frown down upon that, but it's like every business has offers to entice customers to come and to stay and to be loyal. It's just because of the nature of the service we're offering. There's all this, attachment to it, which I totally understand. Like when you're going through this process of realization, which is awesome, but also you kind of get to a point where you understand it for what it is, which maybe you already do. And it's just, it is a different industry. And although people in it being like, oh, I'm so sex positive, at the same time, they hold a lot of hypocritical views. It's like, okay, well, you're exchanging this service for commercial outcome. Yet when it's treated commercially in some ways, you find it abhorrent, but in other ways it's okay. It's like, well, why? It's not right or wrong, but they just don't understand the viewpoint.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to me because it's like I didn't realize how much of that was informing. You know, results speak for themselves. And at the end of the day, like I'm a realistic person. I don't, you know, I don't need my identity to be wrapped up in this. Like I'm doing this not because like I deeply want to identify as an escort. Like I'd really like to make money, so I just don't like I can make enough money that I can like do whatever the fuck I want. Like my real passion is like laying around.
Totally. And the ironic thing about those people is I don't know, you don't know. You don't really know how much money they're making. You'd be amazed by some of the people I've had on the phone who look like they're living a certain sort of lifestyle, and then I get on the phone with them and the complaint is I haven't had work in 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when I started a massage place and there was this one girl I really loved who worked with me. And, you know, she didn't have like crazy photos. Like, you know, it was like, you know, happy ending massage. She didn't like have anything like a website or intense, but like she made a lot of money. And she like, and you know, even with massage, I think she was averaging like $15,000 a month. And she was just really confident and really personal and really nice. And like, I learned a lot from her. And then I think when I left, I started to absorb some of the like the escort community, you know, shit. And now looking back, I'm like, was like made money. She made money, and she understood that model, and she didn't get wrapped up in trying to be a certain kind of presenting in a certain type of way. And like looking back, it's like you know, you need to. You're right. Like I have no idea how half these people live. Like they could be posted a fucking photo of a Cardi watch that they found somewhere else. You know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
If you want to learn more escorting tips, just click the link below this video.